again with the fixtures almost loaded, ready to start the injections on the second batch. The first batch is over here doing a little post-cure cooling, so we're in pretty good shape. We think this batch will take about 2 hours to put together. The last batch took a little over 3.5 in the learning phase of how to do this. So here again, we'll show you this, and here we go on the final set. They're all in the fixtures now, and she's drawing up the first batch of epoxy. It may take 2 batches, maybe 3, to get all these mirrors set, but they're all in the tools, locked down and ready to go. This is some really stiff epoxy when it's mixed. It's probably one of the more difficult ones to work with through these small holes. It's basically used for metal bonding in aircraft fuselages, to bond the big sheets of metal to big sheets of metal on the fuselage or in other places. This tends to be a material that just doesn't come apart, and that's why we're using it here. It's good for different temperatures, different high temperatures. You can see pretty clearly that the tool's cleaned up pretty well with the methyl ethyl ketone and trying to get everything loose. There's still a little residue, but that's okay. That'll keep there. As long as it's on that part of the tool and not on the mirrors, we're in good shape. As you can see, we've got the other ones all over here that are bonded. They look pretty good. We're changing the technique a little bit this time. Brooke has found a better way to inject it with the needles, so she's using that. We're not going to use the vacuum in the oven this time to see how we do with that. We pulled a little bit of the epoxy out in the oven, but we'll try this way again, where she jams the nozzle of the syringe down over the hole and injects, and it's easier to see it come out on the other end. Since working a little harder now. Or did you see it already?
Yep.
Yep, okay. So the first mirror is done, and now it's to move off over to the next mirror. Now that residue that's left in the hole, we'll clean that out before it goes into the curing oven. So let's see if I can get in a little closer here to see what's going on. As soon as she sees it coming up through the other hole, it'll be declared filled. There it comes. So that one's done. So the others will be similar to that through this whole sequence. So we'll come on again as we get further. And here we are taking the last batch of mirrors out of the oven to cool it. Actually, they'll sit in here for about 15 minutes until they're cool enough to handle. But this is where the main curing for the adhesive takes place. Otherwise, it's about a week sitting in just air. All right, we'll have some more later. Here we are in the final wrap-up. Get these last few mirrors settled into their cases, and we'll be on the way home. It's now almost 6 o'clock, so it's been a long day, but we've got a lot accomplished and learned a lot about the easier way to do this optical bonding. So we'll have more when we get back to the office. Good night.